So it finally happened, guys. Sonic Origins finally got an official trailer and release date, and I'm quite pleased to say the very least. This is right hot off the heels of really enjoying the Sonic 2 movie, and if you haven't seen my review, I suggest you go check it out. I really did enjoy that movie quite a bit. I'm on a bit of a Sonic high, as you could imagine, especially after what was a very, this is an understatement, a very disappointing 30th anniversary for the Blue Blur. Guys, what really happened for the 30th anniversary? It's insane to me that only in the Sonic the Hedgehog universe can we get a better 31st year than the 30th year. How does that even happen? Talk about poor planning, talk about poor management. We've had absolutely no games of the sort from 2017, and then up to 2021 we finally got Sonic Colors Ultimate. And that game, was definitely riddled with problems. It was a very underwhelming remaster in retrospect. A cleaner looking remaster, but very little in the way of special features. So we haven't really had a new game. Because I take a look at like Sonic Colors Ultimate, and I don't really see a game there that was really worth a 4-year gap of having no Sonic games. Really, that's just inexcusable. And for a 30th anniversary, you would think like this collection would have been there. We would have been already playing this game. And it was originally talked about that they wanted to tie this game into the Sonic 2 movie. Capitalize off of that younger audience who've never played these games. I've played these games more times than I could probably fucking count. But you gotta remember, there's some younger fans out there, and it's nice that, they'll finally get to experience these games. Maybe for the first time, and, long-time fans like us, we're going to be experiencing these the best way possible. And that kind of makes me happy, too, knowing that the younger fans will not only get to experience these games, because we not only get to experience them for the great classics that they are, but get to experience them in the best way possible. All in widescreen, all with modern-day updates and features and extras, including the really cool story mode, which was not even featured in the trailer. We saw some amazing animations. I've always been in love with, any form of Sonic animation, from Sonic SatAM to the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, and the really awesome, cool Sonic Mania animations that we had for the intro and the outro to that game. So it's nice that they're coming back in a very similar art style, and that's because they're made by the same animator, Tyson Hess, from Sonic Mania, and that makes me really happy to see, and we're going to get to see this more and more. So, find it really strange that the story mode wasn't really advertised in the trailer, because that is going to definitely be the first mode that I go to when I play this game. Something really interesting is that Ian Flynn, yes, the Ian Flynn from the Sonic the Hedgehog IDW comic, actually posted on his blog about writing for these cutscenes, which was really interesting. What writing there is going to be. I think they mean just kind of, coordinating the sequences, because I don't think we're really going to get any dialogue. If we do, that's going to be awesome, and if that's the case, who's voicing these characters, because they're from the classic series? I don't know, but it's going to be really interesting. And these animated parts, I can't stress enough how good they look and just how fun I think this story mode is going to turn out. For the story mode, you're going to start with Sonic 1 and work your way all the way to Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and it'll end there, and there's going to be animated cutscenes, which is really exciting. That's really going to complement and make these games feel super fresh to people like me who've played them so many times. Now, they're going to include Classic Mode and Anniversary Mode for each and every one of these games. And Anniversary Mode is going to feature basically the mobile ports of Sonic 1, 2, and CD. And of course, Sonic 3 and Knuckles was never given widescreen support. They never gave it a mobile port, and it's finally coming to fruition, something that many people, including myself, have waited many years to see. So we're finally going to get that. And they're also removing lives from the anniversary mode, which is something, that the old school gamer inside of me, it kind of cringes at in the way. They've been trying to make certain games easier over the years, but it's nice that you could go back to the classic versions of these games. But I know that I'm going to go for that anniversary mode because these games look absolutely beautiful in widescreen. And we could take Tails and Knuckles through Sonic 1. Now, this was something you were able to do in the mobile port of Sonic 1, but it's nice to finally be able to do this in a console environment. The only game that Knuckles will not be able to enter is Sonic CD, which I find to be a bit of a disappointment. There's probably a reason why that is. I couldn't really tell you, but I'm going to guess that there is because they managed to do so many other things. Now, one thing a lot of people have been talking about reacting to this trailer is why Amy is not shown playable, and also some people also saying Metal Sonic as well. I think it would be kind of cool to have her Sonic Advance gameplay. But that would be kind of unreasonable to expect because they'd have to do all those different mechanics that they did with her in Sonic Advance, and I don't think they're going to spend all the time doing that. If they did, that would be really nice. If she ends up being unlockable and in that state of gameplay or something similar to it, I'd be all for it. Metal Sonic, we got a taste of it in Sonic 4, and it didn't really hit the way you would think it would. He was basically a Sonic clone and just a metal Sonic skin, basically. So I don't know why people think we're going to get these two characters. Some people are presuming that they'd be unlockable. It's kind of clear from the select screen if there was going to be some unlockable characters, there'd probably be question marks next to them and like blank slots. Some people are saying that these slots are just blank and that the boxes where you can select them will just appear. I just don't think that's realistic. Would I like to see it? Yes, but I just don't think it's going to happen, honestly. So this is going to be a pretty pleasing package, to say the least, and I'm really looking forward to it. Now, there's been a lot of people knocking it because of the price point. It's going to be $40 for the base game, and then this chart was released shortly after the trailer was. And yeah, this is a really confusing chart. Someone made a more simplified version with all these different versions. So basically what it is you could pay for this stuff separately, or you could get the digital deluxe, which this game is, by the way, and I'm kind of disappointed that there's not going to be a physical version. But I think we all know, just like with Mania, there's probably going to be one somewhere down the line. But you could get the digital deluxe for $5 more, and I don't know why a lot of people are complaining about this. It's going to add some more missions to the game, but the base game is going to have some missions, which is nice. They're going to be like little challenges that they're going to give you during the game, sort of like achievements, that we've come to know from the Xbox. Also, there's mirror mode, which I don't think a lot of people realize that this was included in the Genesis Classics. Here I'm playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles on the Steam version, and I'm playing through mirror mode, and man, you'd be surprised, like, just flipping the map, because that's all it is. It flips the map and the text and everything. And, I think flipping the text is kind of sloppy. I don't think we'll be getting that in this version. I think they're going to do a little bit more of a cleaner, like less lazy mirror mode, but it really does provide quite the challenge. Also, this one was pretty confusing to a lot of people. The main menu's islands camera control. Now, I don't know what they're talking about, the music islands. I guess it's this, and you probably could listen to the sound test when looking at these islands, but what are these islands, you might be saying? Well, a great YouTuber by the name of Sam Procrastinates, I'm going to be using his footage here. Somehow, someway, he managed to do this. He said that on the Sonic Origins Japanese website, it featured videos of the 3D islands in the background. So using the inspect element tool on Google Chrome, he found unlisted video files of each world playing and wanted to share them with everybody. So that was crazy. And I mean, look at these, they're absolutely gorgeous. And using the camera to like go around these islands and just admire the 3D artwork, I think that's well worth the price of admission. I mean, look at these things. There's something very magical and surreal about them. So this is really something that's tickling my fancy. And I think that $5 for this and the other stuff, I think it's definitely worth it. No one's a stronger proponent than me for, having less DLC and more in the actual base game, because the thing is, that's how it always was back in the day. There was no day one patch, there was no adding on. It was either developers put that stuff in the game or it wasn't there. So, are they going a little bit overboard here? Yeah, but it's not the developers, it's the publisher. This is definitely Sega that wants this done, and that's why we're getting it. The only thing that seems kind of lame is they're also including like extra music in the game, and when I saw this I was like, oh, are they gonna make it like Sonic Generations where you could actually play these tracks during the levels? I mean, because that would be super cool if you could switch out different tracks and find some tracks that weirdly match some of the older levels, but no, you can't do that. It's just in a sound test. And, I'm sorry, but, sound tests when YouTube didn't exist and Spotify, and you didn't have all this different way of listening to game music, I found that to be exciting, and entertaining to just sit there and listen to countless tracks. But it's lost a lot of its luster, and I get it, it's part of the nostalgia, but here, especially making it an extra feature, it does kind of sound very lame. But, the fact that people are complaining about $5 extra when there's DLC out there like Dragon Ball Fighter Z, which, I get it, it's extra characters, but they charge an arm and a leg for it, and so many other different games that really nickel and dime you to just a disturbing degree. But the $40 price point, like, how are people complaining about this when it's already $20 less than your average video game? And, these people work pretty hard really remastering these games, and there's going to be museum content. They factored in a lot of different things to these games, and the costly, I'm sure, animation that Tyson Hess had to put into that for the story mode. I mean, we're getting a pretty complete package. I have no problem for paying that for the definitive versions of these games. So yeah, guys, I'm pretty excited for it. I disagree with all the naysayers out there, as I usually do most of the time. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell to get auto notifications when I post all my new videos. And I've got a Sonic review planned for you guys, so I'm hoping you guys all look forward to that. That's going to be a game review. It's coming up real soon here on this channel. And I want to thank all my patrons for your continued support. And thanks again, guys. I will see you next time.